Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is a familiar voice on KCCK. It's Bob Deforest, host of The Blues. Bob, welcome.
Thank you.
And also with us, too, from CSPS Hall, for reasons that will become obvious in mere moments, is Jason Zbornik. Jason, nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. And the reason why we are gathered here for Bob Deforest, who just celebrated his 34th anniversary on KCCK, started in 1992. So we'll have another one of our anniversaries coming up. Our big anniversaries coming
35,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, 35 will be another
Hopefully.
big one. But we're not here to talk about the blues or music, except kind of tangentially. Not everybody knows this, but Bob Deforest is also a visual artist, and you have an art exhibit coming up at CSPS Hall.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you understand why we're all together. We'll talk about some upcoming CSPS events as well. But Bob, start off by telling those who haven't heard the story of how it is that you, in addition to doing your music and DJ career, picked up visual art as well. Now, a lot of people know that you're a commercial painter during the day, but you are also paint for your art too. So a little bit of a busman's holiday.
Yeah. Well, in 2017, they didn't call it a heart attack. They called it an event. But it kind of just changed the way I thought about working so much. And, I'm getting older anyway. But I just decided I'm going to work less. And I went and got a bunch of canvases and just started fooling around. And I already had a whole bunch of bright colors in my basement from painting and from painting my fence, all these crazy colors. But I just started doing stuff and didn't show anybody for quite a while. But then some of my friends started seeing them and saying, wow, I really like that. Can I have that? Can I buy it for next to nothing or whatever? And so I made hundreds now. And lucky enough that CSPS is going to host me, I think the best gallery in town for art and for music. But anyway, I'm excited to be at CSPS on Friday, the 30th of January. It starts at 5. It will go until 7:30. And if I can say so now, I did have, and probably a lot of you have already seen stuff on social media and cards I've been handing out, that I had Kevin Burt. Well, Kevin Burt
Got a job out of town.
He's quite popular all over. And anyway, so I was lucky enough to get Matt Ponick and the original Electric Kool-Aid Trio with Eric Douglas on the drums. The greatest man alive, Kevin always calls him.
Yeah. Who does not play out that often anymore.
No,
so
this
is a rare treat.
He had some back problems a few years ago and wasn't playing at all, and is back and feeling good, and his smile fills the whole room. I love Eric Douglas, so I think that's extra special that he's going to be there.
Well, and of course, people who like KCCK have probably seen your art, because we used a piece of your art for a T-shirt a few years ago, the Gator Boogie, which remains one of our best-selling pieces.
And I see people wearing them all over the place.
And you've even given me a piece, which those watching the video can see, this really nice piece that you did for me that I keep in my office, and we have that here,
I'm
too.
so glad that you appreciated it.
And Jason, CSPS, since its inception, has always been not only a music hall, but has also featured visual art. Has in the years that you've been involved, has that evolved or changed at all, or is it still kind of pretty much the original style and mission of the way your organization presents visual art in addition to music?
I've been the executive director now for just a little over 2 years, and I have a long history in the arts community in Cedar
You are
Rapids.
an artist yourself.
And both as a musician and visual artist, that's really important that we support those things. So over the years, I've had a lot of connection with CSPS, its founders, and when I took the reins here, my goal was to keep and strengthen that mission, because it's so unique. When you go all around Iowa and the Midwest, people know CSPS, and they say that's a place that needs to stay there. There's nothing like it around that supports innovative, fresh voices the way that we do, and I'm going to keep it that way.
And you actually have a couple of spaces that you use, which enables you to do multiple artists at the same time.
Yes, we have 3 galleries, and that allows us to do a variety of shows and flex for artist needs. Whether right now we have an amazing artist, Sam Weiss, in the building. It's called Under the Knife. It's taking up all 3 galleries. So, and then we can do 3 different shows at the same time too. So it gives us a lot of flexibility and ability to serve artists and where they're at, and it's really exciting. It's really vibrant. And then we also have 2 performance spaces. Obviously, the main hall, which people are probably familiar with, on the 2nd floor. But on the 1st floor, some people don't know this, we have a discrete black box theater that holds 100 people, and it is a magical place.
I love your little black box space.
I've performed there as an artist with just a stripped down set, a half circle of 50 people, low lit, and we do everything from theater, exhibits, installations, and artists in resident creating things. So it's a really magical space.
I'll have to see that one. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Bobby's exhibit will be in the 2nd floor gallery, the ImOn Gallery.
Yes,
so that's
it will.
right off the bar.
ImOn, yes.
Yeah, that, convenient to the bar, which I always enjoy.
And the bar will be open, by the way, and beer and wine and non-alcoholic drinks, and there'll be some vegetable dip and that kind of stuff.
Bob, it's always a little bit of a challenge to talk about visual art on a radio show.
Yes.
Although, again, for those who are watching the video, we do have an example of your art. But I should also mention that the title of your exhibit is Sunshine Dayglow Deforest, which should give people a little bit of an idea as kind of a overarching theme or style that characterizes your work.
Very, very bright colors, lots of day glow colors. We might even have a black light in a corner of for a couple of them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because you said you have some that are really kind of specifically designed to be great with day glow.
We'll talk about that. But anyway, I'm totally influenced by the psychedelic art of San Francisco in the 60s and the 70s, the art of jazz festival posters and things like that. A lot of my art is music related. There's an Aretha Franklin one and Chuck Berry. I've got a whole bunch of different blues, jazz, and rock-related ones, and some reggae. So some of that will be there, heavy on texture. And
because you use a lot of acrylics, so there's very definitely a 3-dimensional feel.
But some it's also layers of candle wax, oil paint, candle wax, oil paint, and like very much heavy texture. You'll have to come and see them, I think.
And I imagine that in addition to looking at the art, people can buy an original Deforest as part of this too?
Yeah, there'll be quite a few pieces for sale. And CSPS is going to help me, I think, with pricing some of them. And but some will be loaned. I've given so many to friends. Some will have plaques on them saying donated or from the collection of this person and that person. And maybe even the KCCK one, plaque saying the Gator Boogie perhaps would be on display as well.
We display that the original of that proudly here in the office.
Yeah,
so.
I love that. Thank you very much for making a T-shirt out of it. I think that was so cool.
January 30th is the opening of this exhibit featuring our very own Bob Deforest, Sunshine Dayglow. How long will the exhibit be up?
Do you know, Bob? You probably talked to Tim most recently. We usually try to get it up there for a while.
It's about a month and a half, I believe. And their gallery hours will be, what is it?
We're open every Tuesday through Sunday, noon to 6 p.m. Unless we have a concert, then we're open in the evenings. So a lot of opportunities, and our galleries are always free.
And so if you can't make it on Friday the 30th, come at your leisure and walk through the gallery. They're going to have other shows there, so perhaps you'll attend a music show there at CSPS and check out the ImOn Gallery. I would love it.
Now, you mentioned that Matt Panic and his Electric Kool-Aid Trio are going to be performing, but we've also got a show in the main hall that night, and that is another Iowa native.
Yeah, the incredible Radoslav Lorkovic,
who does not get back to play around here very often. So
no, and if you haven't heard him, he's very much in the kind of Professor Longhair, boogie woogie, awesome piano player. That's definitely blues. Everything he does is blues related or blues. So check him out.
So that's all coming up on the 30th, so you can come to CSPS and make a night of it. Jason, before we go, any other shows that you want to mention coming up in the next couple of weeks at CSPS?
Well, we could talk about all kinds of shows.
I know we could go for a half hour.
But we're here to talk about Bob. But people can jump on CSPSHall.org and check out any of the upcoming events that we have and check out a sample of the artist's music. I mean, we have everything coming up this month. It's really one of the most highly diverse months. We have improv with Living in Poverty. We have a big metal show that's coming up. And we have Cedar County Cobras coming up this next week. I mean, just the variety and the talent is amazing, and I'm proud to be a part of that. I also want to add, Bob, like when your stuff came across my desk, I was like, okay, what is this? And it just got a deluge of these photos. But when Bob brought his work in, it blew Tim and I away. Like, it was alive, it's vibrant. You use so many different mediums and materials. Yeah. I mean, you got pop bottle, soda can bottle caps in one of your pieces, and you just one piece you'll spend so much time looking at. So come out.
There's one piece that the frame is going to be the little buttons that KCCK puts out that has different jazz things. That's going to be all around sorry, I stole like 40 of them, but that's going to be one of the frames on one called.
That's where all those went.
That painting's called Jazz Child, and I think it's awesome with I love all my work.
As someone who has been getting to see your work since 2017, pretty much when you started it, Bobby, it is great for me and for us here at KCCK, who know and love you so much, that you're getting this kind of a public venue for people to get to see it. So we're looking forward to it.
I thank CSPS so much. For one thing, they are the reason that is the arts district in Cedar Rapids. I don't think there would be a New Bow the way it is now if CSPS didn't start doing things in the very early 90s. And I just love CSPS. So please support all of their music. It's so important that we get behind CSPS. They need a little help, or they did a couple of years ago. Jason and other people on the staff have turned that around. But please support CSPS and my art show.
If you'd like more information on this exhibit or anything at CSPS, Jason, the website is
CSPSHall.org.
Again, Friday, January 30th. Come at 5 o'clock and enjoy the Electric Kool-Aid Trio with Matt Ponick and Bobby D's exhibit, and stay for Radoslav Lorkovic, or come anytime for any given week. There are multiple shows at CSPS to see.
It's not going to be a super laid-back arts event. It's going to be boogie-woogie and awesome. So hope to see you there.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.